Did you end up at the board game section in Target and need some advice? If so, stick around. What's up, y'all? It's Danny and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 board games that I would personally buy at Target. I also kind of run through the different games that you can find at the board game section, and I just think it's really cool that somewhere as big as Target is slowly but surely getting some games that actually are in my collection right behind me. It's pretty exciting to see our hobby growing, and this is for new and old board gamers. If you are looking for some games and you didn't check out the Target board game section just because you didn't know that there's hobby board games in there, then this video is for you, because I go through the small games, the classic games, and then through the strategy section, and I pick 5 that I would personally invest in for my game nights. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button and then the little bell button to be notified. If you don't want to be notified, that's fine anyways. Just click the subscribe. Help me get the subscriber count up, and then you can ignore my videos if you want. And if you don't want to do all that, well, here's just a reminder to floss your teeth, because flossing is important and gingivitis can get ya. So I want to know, leave a comment below and let me know if you've seen any board games in your big box stores. If you do have a Target, have you noticed them popping up more frequently? Or have you been to like a Walmart or, I don't know, a Kmart, if those exist? Or whatever your big box store is, has more board games become more prevalent? Because, hey, that's exciting. Without further ado, let's hop into the video.
Alright, y'all, we're here at Target if you're basic, but Target if you're bougie. It's gonna be a little board game expedition. I'll let you guys know what my top 5 board games I would buy at Target is. So here we go. I want to buy everything, but I don't need anything. Quote of 2020. I love a graphic tee, and I probably have like 9 million graphic tees, but like, I always come to no matter what, when I come to Target, I always have to look as if I need more t-shirts. The mainstream games, kind of like the games that we grew up with. However, it is cool to see that Quirkle and Monopoly Gamer with Sonic, I actually haven't seen that version, and Happy Salmon, which is sold out. That's awesome to see that this is kind of get into the classic board gaming section, or the family game section. I used to love this game as a kid. Neat. So these are the small card games. Never understood this, but world's #2 card game. It's Uno, but dos. Cute. Played 5 Crowns and stuff before. Down here, you have Spot It, which is a good speed game. Quicks, which is a roll and write, and Sushi Go, which is a drafting game. So there's some pretty cool games over here, and then you have some puzzles and all that good stuff. Ramen Fury, cool packaging, but I've never played it, but not bad. Now we're getting into the strategy games, or I guess the hobby games. Let's see what they have. Things like Guess Who Clue, Connect 4 Candyland, Taboo, and Speak Out. So these are kind of cool game mashups. Apples to Apples. I heard Escape Room in the Box was good. Telestrations, Chameleon, the Bob Ross game, Ticket to Ride New York, Codenames, all these fun IPs, Throw Burrito. Ella's gonna love that one, she loves that game. Risk, Guess Who, The Game of Life, Jaws, Catan, and some meme games, Exploding Kittens. Alright, so I'm gonna give you guys like a 30-second review of what 5 games I would buy here. Alright, so this is Disney's Villainous. This game base price was $35, and in this game you play as a villain. It plays 2 to 6 players, and here are the different villains you can play as: Ursula, Prince John, Queen of Hearts, Jafar, Maleficent, and Captain Hook. And it's a card-driven game where everybody has their own deck and player boards. And being villains, you have all different types of evil plans. So in this game, everybody has a different objective. I do love this game, but for newer gamers, it might take a little bit because everybody has a different objective. So the theme is very and capturing, like people love Disney. It does take a little bit to get the hang of how the cards work, and it's a lot of reading, but the cool part is these different villains, they'll come with different books. So yeah, that's my number 1, Villainous. This is a bonus. So this is an expansion with Ratigan, Scar, and Yzma. That's pretty cool. Alright, the second game I want to talk about is Horrified. So as you can see, this is a game all about the different monsters at the Universal Studio monsters. So you have Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Invisible Man, the Werewolf, Creature of the Black Lagoon. It comes with all these different figures, and this is a cooperative game. And you see Pandemic down here. Pandemic is also a cooperative game, but if I had to choose between the two, I would choose this one. In Pandemic, you are a group of doctors and military people trying to save the world. In this one, you're trying to save the world, but you're saving the world from the monsters. So again, you're working together, and there's all these different monsters in the box. And what you're trying to do, each of these monsters have a different end goal. So to try to defeat them, you have to do different things. So you're collecting these different items around the map, and everybody has a specific character, like the mayor or the professor, and they have different powers. So somebody might be good at moving around the map, some people might be good at killing monsters, and yeah, it's a super good lightweight family game, especially if you can get into the theming, like kind of the scary theme. So 1 to 5 players, you can play it solo since it's cooperative. So that's my number 2. This next game is called Just One, and it's $25. And Just One is another cooperative game, but this time it's more of a word game. So 3 to 7 players, and in this game everybody will get a little whiteboard, like these little tripod boards, and you're trying to help the guesser guess their word. So for example, they give the example of chocolate. So the guesser closes their eyes and everybody writes a word, but you're not sharing. So everybody finishes writing the word, and then after everybody writes their word, you compare it. Any like words get X'd out, and then they get flipped down or erased, and then the guesser can then open up their eyes and try to guess the word based off of what is left. So when you're giving the clues, you don't want to be super obvious because you don't want to match the words and that the guesser has more. So really fun. It gives you that kind of aha moments when some of the words might match, but then they still happen to guess the word with the clues left. So it's a fun little party game. It's a good drinking game too. It gets funnier as time goes on. So that's Just One. Number 4, I'm going to kind of bunch these two together because these are pretty cool games. They're from Boink Games, and these boxes are actually a little bit bigger. I'm assuming it's just because of retail presence, but they're $20 a piece. So let's go over here and I'll kind of go over them briefly. So Fake Artist Goes to New York is another party game. It can play up to 10 players. And what you do is everybody gets these different pens, and one person is kind of a curator, and they write down a specific clue on these guys, and on one of them they put an X on it instead. And what happens is everybody has a shared sheet of paper, and they're supposed to draw whatever is written on the back of this. But you can only draw one line, and it goes around twice. So as you're drawing, you're trying to watch what other people are drawing. So after everybody has completed one whole picture, you can start accusing who you think the fake artist is. So if you're right, then you found the fake artist, and the fake artist will still get a chance to guess what they were drawing. So you want to be obvious that you're not the fake artist, but you also want to be secret enough to make sure that they can't guess what it is. So that's a fake artist goes to New York. And we have Deep Sea Adventure. This is the push your luck game. It's kind of semi-cooperative, but it's still a competitive game where it's a risky treasure hunting game, and you have these little fun little meeples, these little scuba diving meeples, and you all start on the ship and you're going down deeper and deeper to collect these different treasures. However, when you pick up the treasures, you're using up more oxygen. So you're rolling these dice and it'll tell you how much you can move. As you pick up the treasures, the more rare the treasures, the more oxygen you use, and it's a collective group of oxygen, meaning like you're using everybody else's oxygen. So if you're stuck down at the bottom and you're not on the submarine by the time oxygen ends, you die and you don't get any of the treasures. So yeah, those are Fake Artist Goes to New York and Deep Sea Adventures. Number 5 is actually on clearance, 50% off, which is pretty cool. And this is the games out of the Funkoverse, and it looks like Robin and Catwoman is on sale, as well as the Golden Girls. But let me take this base box. So I'm sure y'all all can see that this is based off of the Funko Pops that you probably see all over Hot Topic and I don't know, FYE or any really collectible place. But what this game is, it's actually a strategy skirmish game, meaning it's kind of like 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2. And in this specific box, it comes with the Joker and Harlequin and Batman and Batgirl. It's a really good dice rolling strategy. Like, think about if you were fighting someone with dice. That's pretty much going to be the game. And everybody has special powers, again, so you can team up as Batman or Batgirl and then versus Harlequin or Joker, or you can mix and match the two as well. And these dice are going to say whether you defend or hit, and the heroes have specific powers too that you can spend different energy on, and if they get knocked out, they get on this refresh track. Same with the abilities too, which is pretty cool. So once you kind of get going and kind of see how you move and how the different actions work, it's relatively easy. And the coolest part too is that not only do you get the cool collective figures, you can mix and match Harry Potter with the Golden Girls, and you can kind of make your own party once you kind of get the main mechanics of Funkoverse, the strategy game. And I always swing by here and look at all the cute things you can buy, like Pikachu and Goomba. What is this? A premiere ball filled with a cutie fly. You're a cutie fly. Awesome. Oh, what is this? I might have to buy this immediately. Sold. $10. It's mine. Gosh, I'm fighting it because I told myself I came to Target specifically just to film the board game thing, but the classic curse of Target, you can't just come in and not buy anything. So I have failed again. Oh gosh, my other crux, home decor. Alright, I'm finding the urge to just walk through, just look. Alright, I'm headed out. Whew, stay strong, stay strong, stay strong. I need that fake cactus. No, I don't. No, I don't. My hand still is this discount cute little Mario thing. So, we did it, fam. Proud of us.